Hello, people. I want to talk quickly about these Bin Laden's, so-called Bin Laden's letter that supposedly he has written that letter after he attacked so-called 9/11, attack America, which was a totally false flag operation for many, many, many. There are thousand questions remain unanswered about 9/11. Okay, so I'm not talking about 9/11. I'm talking about so-called Bin Laden's letter, and I want to talk about what is the reason, what could be the reason that now imperialist, the controlled media, the controlled propaganda media in Western countries are talking about it. What is the reason that they are bringing these Bin Laden's letter hoax to the media? Well, I think the people, especially the young Muslims in Western country, Muslim around the world, they must be they must be careful, because the reason is that the Western regimes, the United States, the imperialism state of America, and the Zionist states and their followers, they know that they are, through these bombings, killing, massacring of civilians in Gaza, and taking silent and support of Western regimes, by support of Western regimes. Many Muslims, like all Muslims community and non-Muslim communities around the world, are mad, are angry on Western regimes and on Zionist apartheid regimes. So between these 1.5 billion Muslims, there will be, of course, many people, young people, especially young generation, will get radical, So what Western regimes are doing is to use this situation to recruit for their terrorist networks. You know that Al-Qaeda was created by America back in 1980 in Afghanistan. Read about Operation Cyclone. The America, CIA created Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan to fight against Mujahideen, and America used Al-Qaeda and terrorism always to attack countries, to sanction countries, to destabilize countries, like they did in Iraq, like they did in Syria, blah, 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 in Libya, and many more. So, and also later, the Mossad, CIA, MI6, and other Western regimes, intelligence services, they have created ISIS, which the name of project was Operation Hornet Nest, and ISIS actually was children of Al Qaeda. Okay, was a child of Al Qaeda, like other children of Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, and many more. So the terrorist networks, radical so-called Muslim terrorist network, were always the tools in hands of America. Okay, so they see that the best situation to recruit more radicalized Muslims into these networks. Therefore, they are publishing these letters that, hey, people, they are trying to, publish these so-called Osama bin Laden's letter, that so these young Muslims that are angry, so they read this letter and find that, okay, Osama bin Laden had a right, Al Qaeda was right, is right, or other radical groups are right, so they can join them. So Muslim, I really ask all Muslims that to be careful and to read about who created these networks, this so-called jihadist network. It was always American and Western intelligence services behind these networks, and it has been the tools of them, uh, in the hand of them to destabilize the countries in Middle East and Africa. So be careful, be careful. Osama bin Laden, don't forget, Osama bin Laden was an agent of CIA back in 1980. So don't believe these nonsenses. The 9/11 was a totally false flag operation. Totally false flag operation. But like I said at the beginning, there is thousands of the questions that remain unanswered, and the U.S. regime doesn't answer them. So that's all I wanted to say about this so-called Osama bin Laden's letter. This fake propaganda. Have a nice day.